Hmm. Something very strange just happened. I was trying to go live, and the particular title that I chose was rejected by the algorithm. I had to change the wording. Strange things going on. Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick live stream. Um, because there's something about me, and I tend to analyze everything. I mean, a lot of people just don't analyze anything, right? Or they analyze it in the wrong way, or get the wrong idea. So there's something I noticed recently. Sorry, my voice is not right still, so I'm going to be short. I noticed quite a surprising number of younger people in their maybe 20s, 18s, so 22 years old that have been dyeing their hair grey. And I thought, why on earth do you want to look old? What is wrong with you? It baffled my mind because I grew up in the 50s, well, in the 60s, and all of the women always wanted to look young and maintain their youth, using anti-aging creams, and I couldn't believe it when somebody said, "Oh, I'm gonna dye my hair to make myself look older." And I thought, why? What's the point? What the hell do you want to do that for? Sort of thing, you know. And I had to look a lot deeper than that because you see, what with the recent spate of COVID and a lot of the elderly population dying from diseases or whatever you want, vaccines, whatever you want to call it. There's a thinning out of the older population. Um, it's not something that's a conspiracy or a theory. I think it's happening, obviously, because of a lot of people have died, a lot of the older generation, and there's also an issue about pensions and the amount of old people on pensions because the government doesn't have enough money to pay um, the older generation. They were talking about that they've got a big problem. They've got a huge problem. They don't have enough money to pay for everybody's pension, and that was being in the news recently. And I thought, well, it's weird how some things seem to go hand in hand, like in parallel, you know? So, on one hand, there's fewer old people walking around, and then there's the young people that want to look old. And I'm thinking, why is that? Is it to confuse us? Some will say, oh, it's just a fashion. No, it's never been a fashion to look old unless it's been some sort of conditioning to twist people's minds into thinking it's cool to be old. It's never been cool to be old. But then there's the other aspect of it. They often remark about old people being the wise. People get wise with age. People have more knowledge, more experience. But at the same time, there's been a huge lack of education, and the tuition systems, the education has been very slim. People don't know as much as they used to do. and the skills are not there like they used to be. So is this some sort of shortcut to make them look? Is this a shortcut somehow that young people have to adopt to make themselves look wise and more intelligent, to compensate for the fact that they know less or they have less skills? Because something's going on, that's for sure. I mean, this is speculation, obviously, right? But look at the bigger picture, what's going on. And also, there's something else weird going on right now. There's all of the main movies that we've seen, horror movies to do with, Stephen King wrote the novels, and I think Steven Spielberg did a bit. A lot of other horror movies also featured the Crow, as in the Black Crow, which is a sign of impending doom or death or decay. And for some reason I've noticed a huge increase in crows in the region around where I live. And it's really weird. And then there's the talk that we are in the end times. So it's almost like all of this is working hand in hand together, It's like there's some sort of agenda, or whatever you want to call it. Is some sort of collaboration between all these different things that are happening all at the same time, that seem unrelated at first, but they're not unrelated. Because normally you would think, well, anybody that comes from my general, the 60s, 70s, 80s, you would think, why on earth does anyone want to look old? As I say, it doesn't make any sense. Unless it's to fill a void, to fill a gap, so that people don't notice that there's less old people around. I don't know. You tell me in the comments what you think it's all about, because I'll have to go because my voice is going again. Very strange things going on right now. Oh, I was just playing around with this bed. I hate it. When I sit on it, I sit on it. I can't lay in it. There's a saying, I was going to use the analogy, make your bed and you lay in it, right? But I can't get to that bit because my voice is gone. Okay, right. I'll get rid of that bed in a bit. We have a pond. We finally have a pond. It's freaking dark. I can't see now. Why did I put the torch? Oh. I don't like to cheat. Can't see bugger all. We definitely have a pond. Anyway, I will cheat. There you go, you see it now. Before I log out. Oh, I mean, before I stop this stream. Bye for now.